Okay. Wow. My bad, guys. Still new to this casting thing, and I was messing with my audio settings before the game, and I must have messed everything up. So thank you, Briley, for letting me know that I
Swan
I
needs
didn't
me.
have any sound going out there. You guys missed all my amazing analysis on this draft. Sorry about that. Okay. So, well, let's just get into it. Hopefully the sound is working now. Let me know if there's still a problem or if that's working. Okay, thank you, Briley. Um, so let's go over the teams here for both sides. We have Don't Get a Big Dick on the blue side versus Something Heroic on the red. So blue did get Artana or Sylvanas, so they really want to win that immortal. If they do get the immortal, it's going to do a lot of extra damage because of that Sylv. It was interesting that Something Heroic did not feel the need to ban the Sylv, and they did pick very, very strong race heroes in Vala, Liming, Karazim, and ETC. Everybody on their side is good. Zarya is not the best at it, but she is a good defender, and if she has energy, she's good at burning it. So it looks like they're hoping to just win the race. Uh, don't Get a Big Dick did take Artanis and Lunara, who are both good heroes at racing, but Lunara not the best anymore now that Nature's Culling has been nerfed. Sylvanas is okay, also not the best. So I think that they do have a little bit slower clear on the Immortal, and they are going to have to defend or do something to make sure they win that. So on the blue side, we have Jimmy playing Ariel, Squirrel King on Sylvanas, Kael'thas played by Silver Bullet, Unmusical on Lunara, and Matt on Artanis. On the red side, Guts is on. Oh, I can't actually see what hero that is. On Li Ming, Baby Rage on Zarya, Terraspaz on ETC, and Eternity on Karazim, and their Malzo on Vala. So interesting putting Vala in the solo lane. I don't know about that choice. We'll see how it works out for them. A lot of damage going on to Karazim right there, and bombs being put out. Oh, and they're getting spread a little bit. So a lot of aggression coming out from the blue team so far. Ooh, can Li Ming get him? Maybe? No, I think he's going to get away. Good. Just walking on out of there, Matt. Got hit by a big orb there. But they got a tower out of that, so that was a good little push on their part. You know, you usually do see a cheese like that when there's a Sylvanas, and they did a good job not losing anybody. It was close, but that's what you want to do. Get a tower and get right on out of there. So now that it is no longer 5 bottom, we should see Something Heroic in the red side having an easier time down here. And they've actually, the blue side has gone for a 3-2 split. Sylvanas and Lunar are absolutely going to destroy Vala, and maybe even get a lot of push power. So I think that Something Heroic is probably going to have to rotate someone up to deal with that. It's an interesting choice to, a little bit of damage going on with Artanis. The ETC did a good knockback there during the dash to put him in that position. So good attempt there to get a kill. So they are going to rotate Zarya up to help. And I think this is a good decision actually by the blue side to stop this very strong 4-man. Li Ming, ETC, Zarya, Karazim would be just very difficult for them to handle, and they force them to split by putting 2 members up here. So both teams making their way to the Immortals. Something Heroic is getting to theirs faster, and they're putting a lot of damage out onto it. And remember, Don't Get a Big Dick has Sylvanas, so they really want to win that Immortal. They're going in here. Sylvanas goes ahead and teleports in, and they didn't really punish her for that. I think they probably could have. They didn't have Li Ming there, but might have been able to punish her for going in so far. But they still are very ahead on this Immortal. And they have Li Ming. Oh, good swap onto Li Ming there. Are they going to be able to turn and get Artanis? One more Q? No, they don't quite get him. And there's Matt just walking away with very little health again. Second time so far this game. Li Ming is totally out of mana. I don't think she has Fountain up, maybe? She's not going for it. I think that she needs to go back and get mana. They really want to win this race against a Sylvanas. They can't just have Li Ming in lane here. But they're going for it without. Kael'thas is going to defend, so they're going to win anyways. So, actually good play by them. And they do just easily take that first immortal, really. It's a bit of a slow rotation out of the blue team. I think that they need to focus on that a little bit more if they want to win those immortals, which they're going to need to do to get value out of their Sylvanas pick. But good job by the red team to make sure that they won that. And they're going to go ahead and do a 4-1 split. Good job. Soak the lane and push the immortal. It's exactly what you want to do. Artanis on the flank here, looking for something. It's not going to really let him do much because he can't swap back if he's on the flank. You saw right there. Doesn't really get him anything. But he's back where he needs to be. And good knockback and slide by ETC, and that is going to be a dead Artanis. Finally, they do take Matt out. No more walking out of there with 5% health. The immortal is taken out. Didn't do too much damage. Got a wall and gave him a little bit of an XP lead, but nothing crazy. So, pretty even game. This wall is actually mostly dead too. So it's pretty even in that regard. They are going to sneak up here and take this camp. And there's not too much that the blue team can do about it. They're just a little bit outclassed in this 3-man. Zarya just provides a lot of pressure. Now it is 4 though, and their healer is rotating up. Potentially they can make something happen. Oh, and another good knockback on that Artanis as he dives in. Very good job by Terraspaz there. If they keep doing that, it's going to be really good for them. Sylv did manage to take the camp bottom from this Li Ming. Looks like she maybe just didn't realize. She probably could have defended it. But good job by Sylvanas getting that. Swap onto Terraspaz and just slide on out. Not going to do anything. Good hits by Kel'Thas though. He did go the Convection talent. So he's getting a lot of stacks right now. Very good. Zarya at full energy, just burning people down. But swapped, and now he's in a bit of trouble. Alright, Baby Rage. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive there. Does manage to get out, though. Thanks for a little help from ETC. And Something Heroic is taking this camp. It's pretty early, so that's going to let Don't Get a Big Dick clear it out here. Potentially. Maybe not. 10 seconds, and they're not clearing it. They might have wanted to stay up and clear that right now, right before the spawn. So that's going to be pushing, and Lunara is going back up to clear. That gives Something Heroic a chance here to push in and get damage out. Slide onto Kel'Thas, push back, and boom, that's a dead Kel'Thas. Very nice play. They took advantage of that Lunara being top and immediately collapsed. I don't know why ETC is on the Immortal. Should probably come help his team over here. Or everybody should get on it, but it's just sitting on the Immortal. Okay, now the whole team is on it. Good. So they're burning it very quickly. And they are ahead on the second Immortal. So they are doing exactly what they need to do. Stop this team with Sylvanas from getting any Immortals. And now the blue side has to come in and defend. Artanis just swapped in such a bad position. That was rough. Big hits out of that Kel'Thas, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Ooh, maybe. They probably will get this ETC. Yeah, they do manage to get him, and Baby Rage is not going to go down, but very low there. But the Immortal does go down during all of that. So good job by Don't Get a Big Dick to get a kill, but they need to play a little bit better as the Immortals are coming up, because without the Immortal, Sylv is doing absolutely nothing for them. She's not as good in teamfight as a lot of other heroes, so you really want to have the Immortal to get the value out of the structures. Something Heroic here, going to push top instead of pushing with the Immortal, because they did have somebody dead. It's not a bad choice. They'll probably get the top fort. I think maybe they could have put more pressure bottom if they had just taken everybody they had and pushed that Immortal. But this choice does let them soak everywhere, and it is going to get them to 10 much faster than their opponents with that 4 kill. Unless there's a 4 kill down here. So good swap onto this Vala, putting a lot of pressure, and that's going to let them easily take a fort. So that good job by Don't Get a Big Dick to take something despite losing the Immortal. But Something Heroic responds by just keeping pushing top. Very good job by them as well. If all your enemies are bottom and they're killing a fort, you go for a keep. This is, you're getting more really up here, and they're going to have to come back and respond, which they do. And potentially Something Heroic could force a fight here now. I think Vala, if she rotated up, they have 10s. They could take a fight during this window where don't get a big dick, doesn't have 10s, but they don't opt to do that. Possibly a bit of a misplay there. Usually, you know, if you get 10s, you do want to take that fight as fast as possible, but they opt not to do it. Interesting choice. This Vala is in a lot of trouble. Oh, spots it, realizes they are moving down, and just walks on out of there. Good job. So I'll quickly go over heroics. We have Strafe, 7-sided strike, Stage Dive, Disintegrate, and Expulsion Zone. Pretty standard picks. Stage Dive is interesting on this map. It's a bit smaller, and okay, swap onto Valo there. Good job, but they just don't have the follow-up going off. And Stage Dive just comes in and does a ton of damage. Vala did stay in a little deep there and got killed, but that at what cost? They get the Vala kill and they lose 2 members, almost 3. So, you know, diving in on the Vala there, good job by them to get it. But what are they losing for it? They're losing 2 people, and they're going to probably lose this Immortal over it. So did not go the best for them there. And this is huge advantage right now on the Immortal race to something heroic. All of them clicking the well there. Literally, I think every member did, except for that Vala who is dead. So that's nice that they haul it up. Now they can come in here a little bit more healthy and just poke this down with Li Ming. They don't have to engage. I don't think ETC needs to be in this far. It's a little bit dangerous. Alright, they're okay. Swap onto Kerosene, putting some damage out, but Lunara is dying, and boom, that Expulsion Zone finishes her off. Good job there by the Zarya, just poking down that Lunara and then cleaning up the Artanis as well. So very good play to something heroic. Just going in and just annihilating. And they finished the Immortal at the same time. I think Li Ming was mostly focusing on the Immortal during that, and they still managed to get 2 members. So, good fight out of something heroic. A little bit rough for Don't Get a Big Dick. They're fighting a almost entirely full shield Immortal. It's about to be 13s versus 11s. It's going to be a tough defense. Let's see what they can manage. Getting some good damage on Vala, but it's also giving Zarya full energy. Stage Dive just absolutely does nothing there, and they do go in hard on this Vala. I think they're going to get a kill. Oh, that was close. Lunara did die though, and Artanis did die for that. So they went in deep, but the team didn't really come in. Ariel taking stun from that Immortal, that's unfortunate. Ariel, Kel'Thas, and Sylv did not really commit hard with the Artanis there. Maybe if they had, they could have made something happen, gotten kills. Vala got very low. And that's a dead Kel'Thas. Maybe dead Ariel? No, she does manage to just barely scoot away. But this should be a keep. I think something heroic could take it. They could turn on this, but they're not going to opt to do that. I think they absolutely could have gotten that keep there. Kel'Thas is still dead. It's very low. They're at pretty much full health. A little bit of low energy on Kerosene is perhaps why they decided to make that retreat. So they could have gotten a keep probably, but they didn't lose anything. They didn't make that risky play. And because of that, they're still... Nobody died for it, and that does, you know, they just keep their advantage, which is good. With this, they can go up here, rotate as 5 on these 3 people, maybe, and that would be huge for them. Kel'Thas and Sylv are still down here, so this is going to be rough. ETC coming in, he did get knocked back out of his charge, so he doesn't have that expulsion zone, not quite where they need to be, but the stage dive is going to get these kills. That should be all 3 of these members dying. Li Ming is in a little bit of trouble, but she's fine. It's just not enough. Kel'Thas made the rotation, and maybe they could have got Li Ming. Once again, Sylv not really there with his team. You know, maybe if they had thrown their Wailing Arrow there, they could have at least gotten a pick for it, a trade of 1 member. And so I think that's a bit of a misstep there to be separated at all, and then not to rotate up and at least try to get something out of it. Let's see if they can take it back here. Kel'Thas leaving some silver up here. Artanis swapping in. It's a little bit deep, scary. It does get the expulsion zone though, so that's down, and they're getting a lot of damage out on this Immortal. That's a slide though onto Kel'Thas, and Kel'Thas is going to be dead. Artanis swapped and knocked back into the team there, and that's dead Artanis. Dead Ariel. Just very solid play out of Something Heroic. They're taking every opportunity they have to just use this ETC Vala Li Ming to blow somebody up. And that's exactly what they needed to do with their draft, and they're executing it perfectly. That's 13s to 16s. Even on the Immortal, but of course, Something Heroic is probably going to win it just because, you know, they're here and they can burn it down. Lunara's going to try to get some poke in to lower the shield as much as possible. Not going to be able to do much though. Lunara is not that good in this situation. She's better if she's poking the Immortal while the enemy's defending. She doesn't just race it very fast. So that's going to be half shield Immortal for Something Heroic. 16s into 14s. This could be the game. I think it's somewhat likely, unless Don't Get a Big Dick is able to really put out a very good defense here into 16s. We have the 100 Fists on Kerosene, so that's actually even extra damage coming out of them. Zarya went Plasma Shock for the slow. Interesting, not as common of a pick. That's going to make things actually even harder, though, for the defense. Oh, sitting there taking some Li Ming shots. A little bit rough. That's the keep down. They do have the shields out. They just need to get this Immortal down. And stage dive coming in. It misses everybody, but he's going to go in and slide. No, it's not going to... Ooh. Whoa. That was a very fast kill on Sylve. I'm surprised that she... I thought I saw her wave out, but I guess she just didn't click it in time. And that's Artanis going down as well. And everybody's dropping on blue, and that is going to be GG. Something Heroic just played extremely well that game. We see 19 to 2 kills. They picked a good, really good comp to counter Sylvanas. They were confident that they could win the Immortal and get the picks, and they did absolutely that. So very good job by Something Heroic there. Don't Get a Big Dick, I think, probably needs to draft a little bit more Immortal damage if they're going to pick up Sylve. Their team's okay at burning it, but as we saw there, it just wasn't good enough. But good game out of both teams. And that is going to be the series for Something Heroic, since this was a best of 1 in Division 3. Good job to all those players. I think all of them played extremely well. If I had to pick an MVP, maybe ETC. I thought his slides were really good. His knockbacks on Artanis, when Artanis was dashing in, were on point. That's exactly what you need to do in Artanis. So good job by Terraspaz on that ETC especially, but all of Something Heroic did really great. Here is the talents, just so we can see those before the game is over. And I didn't go over any of these, but it looks like every pretty standard stuff was picked up by most players. So nothing too crazy there. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have a good rest of your day.